You should be on the phone with them. Hey, I just want to check in, tell you what I'm working on this week. What do you feel about that? Any advice with what you know in the market? I personally am a competing broker and a competing agent in my company. Why? Because if you can keep up with me, you and I don't have to talk about numbers. If you're doing more business than I am in this company, you're doing fine. If you're not, however, and that's where you want to be, and you're looking to me to lead, then you need to step into my phone calls and you need to step into these classes and you need to figure out what's Alex doing every single day. I need to do that until I can build my own course, until I can chart with my compass the way I'm going to do business. A few things you need to remember. You need to be strategic, not reactive. You need to make decisions with intention and data. We are a huge corporation stack here, so we use technology to our advantage. If the words come out of your mouth, you better have a technology and the numbers to support what you're telling them. You need to invest in the tools and the training and compound for your success. The more education you can stack, the more accreditations and certifications you have to support your branding, the better you're going to do. And no, it's not going to turn around every day. I do sponsorships every year for this company, not just for myself, but as a representative of Keystone. And you know, not every one of them turns a deal for me, but they only have to turn one. They only have to build reputation so that I can lean on it with others that may not know what we do as a company. You need to be able to build a business that serves your life and the ongoings of what you do on a daily basis anyway, not the other way around. If you have not gotten a chance to read some of the books that I talk about in this show, Atomic Habits, you need to do it. James Clear is a fantastic writer and he gets it. He understands. The other one would be Profit First by Mike Malkowitz. Those are probably two of the best working ethical books that I can recommend that aren't directly real estate centric. And I need you to remember your areas for improvement should never prevent you from learning how to become a successful real estate. Instead, you need to seek out the continuing education that's going to get you the additional training that you need to help you hone your business. We have continuing education requirements every year in real estate. The last thing you need to do is to put yourself in a position where you can't, or you're just checking the box instead of actually fulfilling the needs of your education to further your business. And then keep learning. The more you learn, the more places you'll go. Real estate law, real estate technology, customer expectations, sales. None of this stops evolving. The most successful agents are lifetime learners. You want to stay sharp. You want to stay adaptable. You want to stay ahead of the curve and the trends. Invest in the additional certification, the CRS for residential specialist, the ABR for accredited buyer's representation. Those not only expand your expertise, but will help you boost your professional image and branding. I encourage you to stay educated, become more effective, become an advocate for your client. This is going to allow you to handle some of the complexities and handle them with confidence. When you're constantly improving, clients will remember you for your value, not just for your friendliness, not just the card that you slipped into the mailbox. Other agents will also respect you and refer to you as an example of where they want their business to be. And you will position yourself as the go-to expert in your niche. I have other agents actually refer business to me because I have specialties they don't have, and I am willing to dive deeper into the customer relationships that they may not even have the time for. Let's talk about your brokerage for a minute. There are a lot of you out there that are on this class today, just an account that I'm looking at. Obviously, you're not all members of Keystone. Your brokerage needs to be your soulmate. One of the first tasks you do when you get your real estate license is choose the brokerage that you work with. And this decision should be daunting to you. The brokerage affects, especially when you first get into the business, how you train, how you understand commission splits, how you gather leads, how you build a professional environment. But the brokerage that you decide to work with to encompass your business, that brokerage needs to have certain things for you and readily available. Number one, and the most important thing that we offer here, your broker needs to be available to you, and your broker needs to have intimate knowledge of the market and is proven to be effective in the industry today. Your broker needs to have relevance. They're doing deals in the same market you're doing deals in, so you don't have to worry about whether or not they understand what you're going through. Training, marketing assistance, it's their brand on the line too. So if they can add value and add support in marketing, that's great. They need to help you understand lead generation planning, how you go about getting leads, how your leads need to be defined by who you are as an agent. I'm not telling you brokerages need to buy leads from you. They don't, and they shouldn't. And if they are buying your leads, you're getting fed from a water hose instead of teaching you how to dig for water. They need to help you build reputation in the market, and their brand needs to have a solid reputation to support you as well. They need to be cultural and supportive. As an agency, individual agents have needs as well. You need to go to your broker and have these conversations so that they can hear you out and they can advise you on what you need to do to improve on yourself and on your business capabilities. Their job is not to do business for you. Their job is to help mold and craft you into what you're doing. And if all you're doing is walking away from your brokerage before you've given them the opportunity to give you this type of tutelage, or expose whether or not they're educated enough to do these things for you, then you're just going to do it again when you get to the next brokerage. Additional income opportunities. Once you get really good at doing one or two things in real estate, your broker should have awareness of who you are and what your long-term goals are so they can give you some advice. When they see consistency in effort, when they see consistency in delivery, they should be coming to you and say, hey, I'd like to add something else to your plate. You are doing really well in this market. I think it would translate well into something else too. In addition, a good brokerage will absolutely help you with your real estate agent goals and ultimately your success. Make it a point to speak to your broker at minimum once a week. 15-minute call is all it takes. Check in, spend the time, make sure your broker's available for it. Set an appointment. They're busy. They're running a company for you. Whether they've got 2 agents or whether they've got 500 agents, believe me, they're running a company in the background, and it's not easy. Take the time, take the respective time to schedule with them. It'll also give you an idea of how available they are for you. Mentoring. Let's talk about that for a minute. Mentoring can be a game changer for a lot of agents. When you jump into real estate full time, or if you decide to become a part-time agent, I will throw you over here to our course on whether or not you can be a part-time agent right over here. It's going to help you prepare for things, right? A mentor can accelerate learning and help you avoid some costly mistakes. I don't mean a team. I mean a one-to-one mentor. It could be your broker. It could be another seasoned agent in your agency. God forbid you have to go out and pay for mentored service. But for you to be able to work directly with someone in the industry, not a motivator, that's not what I'm preaching for. I'm trying to tell you that you need to shadow someone that's doing some work better or differently than you so that you can learn their techniques to do things better for yourself. You need to get in a boat with someone that knows how to fish so they can show you how to fish, help you prepare for things that no textbook and no courseware is going to anticipate. They will take years off of your learning timeline. Instead of trial and error and learning by fire, you get real insights from somebody who's already doing it and doing what you want to do. It'll teach you what you cannot learn in your pre-licensing courses. It will put you in a position to where, how do you read between the lines in a contract, and how do you negotiate some of these terms with your client, whether you're on the buyer or the seller side? And then most importantly, how do you manage the emotions behind a client and leverage them when necessary behind very difficult negotiations? Sometimes the client simply can't get out of their own way. I take on very complex negotiating strategies with my agents' clients, just so that it's my voice they're hearing from. My agents always remain on the good foot, and I can be the voice of doom if necessary to get them to the finish line. And then critical, they can help you bounce back when deals fall through. A good mentor, a good broker that's there with you can show you where mistakes were made on both sides of the table so that it can be a value proposition for you, so that it can actually be a learning scenario. They'll also help keep you on track. They can push you when you get stuck. and they will celebrate wins with you. They can introduce you to trusted circle of leaders. They can introduce you to other industry experts like inspectors, title companies, and other agents. Help you get your business started for those of you that are just getting into the business. The best place to find a mentor is in the brokerage that you reside in. Local networking events are great, but they're going to be so busy trying to figure out whether they can be friends with you because you're working in a competing agency that they're not going to give you the focus you need. You're not going to get the focus that you want. So try to look within. Keystone, like many brokerages, has a mentorship program. You can pick to be assigned to a mentor. They'll help you get things started. They'll help you reboot your business, help you get elevated again at a cost, of course. There's a share that's necessary. It's going to give them skin in the game so that they feel like they're getting some type of reward for the help beyond just being good to you and helping you start your business. No different than you would in any investor that's helping you get your business off the ground. Then building connections.